Good morning, guys. I'm looking very rough today, but here in Oklahoma we had a lot of bad weather threats all day yesterday. They kept changing the time on us, so a lot of like western Oklahoma got hit way before we did. We're more southeast, and so anyway, we were in tornado watch until about 1 a.m. and I have a few kiddos who are very, we'll say, weather sensitive. They get very freaked out about bad weather. So we watched a lot of news yesterday, especially me and Liam. Watched a lot of news, didn't we, buddy?
Yeah.
And me and him were up. He fell asleep finally at about 11:30, and we actually ended up we have 2 futons, so we took both of our futon mattresses, stuck them down in my room on the ground down there, and so all the kids slept with us because we thought we were going to be under tornado watch until 1 a.m. and we thought it would just be better to have everyone in one room, so that way if we have to wake up and run to the shelter, we're all together. We don't have to go to other rooms or anything. So we did that, and Liam fell asleep around 11:30. The other kids fell asleep not too long before that, probably 10:30 or 11. We don't usually stay up that late. It was just a really weird evening. We all just like snacked and watched the news and fell asleep in my room. And anyway, I fell asleep a little after 12, I think. I had checked the weather and it looked like maybe nothing was going to happen, so I just let myself go to sleep. And then at, I think it was 4:30, the tornado sirens went off.
4:20.
Yeah, 4:20 something. So anyway, so we had to all wake up, and what's funny is I grabbed my phone to check the news, and it said, yes, you know, go to your shelter. It is, you know, right by us. We have a college right near us, and apparently it hit just the opposite side of the college than what we're on. So yeah, well, it had rotations. I don't know how much damage it caused yet. I don't think anything too severe. We had the least troubling tornadoes in our area as opposed to other places, which is good. But anyway, so we grabbed the kids and the dog, couldn't grab the cats. We got down into our shelter and we were down there for about 40 minutes. And it passed over us and we were able to come back up. But then of course no one like could go back to sleep. So we all kind of tried to go back to sleep. We all went back into my room, all laid back down. My husband leaves for work at 6:30 and he just left a few minutes early. I don't know what time it is. I'll tell you what time it is. 6:19. I'm used to having a clock right here, but right over here. But the battery broke and I just haven't picked up a new one. Or not the battery, the whole clock broke. I'm tired. I can't think right. Whole clock broke. Haven't picked up a new one. So anyway, it's been a morning. A weird morning. Yesterday was a weird day. We were supposed to do school and my husband ended up taking off because they were like, it's going to be historic. It's going to be awful. They closed down all the public schools. All kinds of stuff. It is almost morning, isn't it? So, so he was off yesterday, so we didn't do school. So anyway, my plan today is I'm going to feed all these people and myself. I'm going to get some coffee in me. And we're going to try to do some school. I was going to take everyone to story time at the library, but I know we have some flooding going on, so we might just hang tight at home. We're going to eat, get some coffee like I said. I will anyway. We're going to get some school going. You're not getting coffee. And see what we can do, how much we can get done. I'm probably going to go put some makeup on. Good gravy. So I went out to check the weather and I come back in and everyone's come back down to my room and they're on their little mattresses down there, and you can see that is my guilty mom confession. I have 3 buckets of laundry that need to be folded, but yeah. Are y'all waiting for something down here to happen? No?
We're going to bed.
You're going to bed.
Good night, people.
Alright, so we're all hanging out in my room. I got some kids on the bed. I got some kids in chairs, some kids on futon mattresses on the floor. We're gonna sit here, we're gonna read some history. Even brought my question book so we can answer our questions while we're down here. And then when it's time to do map work and whatnot, we'll probably bring that down here. And then I think they're wanting to play, yeah, you can hear the rain really well. This part of our house has a flat roof. Natalie is getting organized. What is this?
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
Put it on my face.
Okay, now say broccoli is my favorite vegetable.
I heard it. That's a little chocolate.
Oh, well, that was too easy. Let's pick a different one. Here, okay, we can't see it, and we're gonna guess what it says.
I
have a big eyebrow.
I have a big eyebrow.
A burrito? No, she's reading a card. Backyard. Barbecue.
Ow, hold on.
What is infected, people?
They want me to do them before we start history. You ready? Okay. I'm gonna get one.
She has a random card.
Peter.
Pan.
Pan.
Peanut.
Peanut. Peanut.
Otter.
Otter.
Is.
Healthy.
Palatable.
Casual.
Palatable.
Compatible.
Palatable.
Palatable?
Yeah!
I don't even know what that means.
Peter Pan peanut butter is palatable. Aria and Luna are going back to sleep here. Sleepy babies. And we are gonna work on our maps. Alright, so I was gonna start our science. We use Appalachia when we're not doing unit studies, and we're about to start our bat chapter of that. So we were going to start with just this bats book I got, I think from Goodwill, and since it's kind of a sleepy, slow going day, I was just going to read this and then have the kids fill in a journal entry for that, and then like tomorrow we would start our actual science book. But Melissa fell asleep. So Aria fell asleep while we were doing history, and then after we got done with our workbook part of history, I turned on some YouTube stuff, like we were learning about the garden of Babur, I believe is how you say it. And so we looked up YouTube videos on how that looks today. And then what else? We watched a cartoon of Akbar and Burble. They're Indian names, like from India, that kind of. And anyway, so I might be totally ruining them. So while we were watching those YouTube videos, Melissa fell asleep. So I'm just gonna let her take a little nap. And while those two are sleeping, obviously we can't do science while Melissa is sleeping. So these guys are doing what they can do individually. So Violet's working on her easy peasy math. And then she has her other workbooks under here. We just kind of give piles. So she has math, explode the code, and handwriting without tears. She does 1 page of math, 2 pages of explode the code, and 1 page of handwriting without tears. Then Liam, his math is online, so he just has 2 workbooks. He also does 2 pages of explode the code and 1 page of handwriting without tears. Sometimes it's really simple like this, and sometimes it's more complex. So, and then Natalie's working on her easy peasy. We don't always do easy peasy. Sometimes we just supplement with it. I do like their math, all their elementary math. It's my favorite, but we don't always use it for everything else. But Melissa and Natalie just started 7th grade, and right now they are using easy peasy for reading and language arts, which is also covering writing. So their language arts is covering writing and spelling and grammar and reading, just because I'm going to see if that works for them. It'll be easy. They can do it kind of by themselves, and you know, it's free. So we're going to try that out, and they just go online. You're waiting for it to load. And you can purchase workbooks, or you can do it all online for free. So they've just been doing it online, and then they check off what day they did, and then they do their work in here. And they put down what day it is and what it is. So like that was reading day 5, and just so on. And then they also have some random reading. Yeah, they have some other more random, like they have a creative or a book report. Book report in here. Zombie invasion. That was a Minecraft book. She's not reading like an actual zombie book.
Yeah, like there was a zombie invasion and she doesn't even want to.
Oh yeah. So anyway, that's what they're doing until Melissa wakes up and we can do science. So we're just kind of.
And then we can
got a spot on your leg?
Before her.
Yeah, it's 8:59. So we're just kind of slow and steady wins the race here. We're just checking stuff off of our boxes.
We have all day.
We have all day, yeah. And I'm sure some of us will probably end up taking naps also. We'll see. Yes, we normally start at 9 or 10, and it's 9, and we're already chucking along. And then for dinner, these are just potatoes that I washed, and I used them for a dinner, not last night or the night before. And then I was letting these dry. I didn't want to put them back in my cabinet moist. But for dinner, I'm thinking it's a rainy day, and this is some leftover lemon butter chicken with a bunch of lemon butter broth. So I am trying to thaw this out, and I thought I would make a soup. I'm going to cook up some pasta, stick it in there, and maybe some broccoli. We'll see what other veggies we have, but I'm not going to throw in a whole bunch of veggies. It might just be this and then a salad for kind of our veggie side. But I'm trying to get this to thaw out for dinner. It has plenty of time, I guess. So that'll be simple and good. Yes, you can have an orange. It's 10:03. Everyone's kind of hungry for lunch, which is weird, but it's because we woke up so early and ate breakfast so early. So here's what I'm doing. I am just going to use up these potatoes that are sitting here. I'm going to do baked potatoes in the Instant Pot and corn on the cob in the Instant Pot. I'm beginning to think I need 2 Instant Pots. So both of these are very simple. You put your steaming rack in here. For the potatoes, you put them all in. You put a cup of water down at the bottom. You put them in for 12 to 15 minutes. I usually do 15 minutes because I'm usually doing a whole bunch. Got quite a few in here. So, and then the corn on the cob, same thing, steamer rack, cup of water, putting these in here for like 5 minutes. And I've never done corn in the Instant Pot, but it seems really easy. This is corn I got from Sam's, and we have not even opened it up. So we're going to do this. I figure we can do kind of like a club baked potato. So I'll get out lunch meat and cheese and butter and all this stuff. We're out. No, we're not out of sour cream, so I can pull that out. So we can kind of do a club stuffed baked potato with some corn on the cob for lunch. And that's my plan. So I'm going to get these things going. Alright, Liam's helping me put up dishes, doing all that silverware for me. And the corn is still a-cooking. So hopefully that gets done soon. We're hungry. I actually made me a 3rd cup of coffee. No judging. I need it today. And Natalie's still, yes, Natalie's still a-working. Violet's enjoying a snack and watching that YouTube Family because she loves them. And look who woke up. So you just woke up, huh? Yeah. Was that a good nap? Aww. Sweet girl. Alright, lunch finally got done. I ate something different, but Aria here couldn't wait, so she has a blueberry fruit bar, a blueberry yogurt, and a potato, don't you? Yeah. And then we actually have another kiddo who bit the dust.
She bit it. It was yummy.
She bit that dust. Here she is. She has her corn. Shh. And her Bob books. Okay, let's leave her alone. While the kids eat, I'm going to read from our Narnia book. We're doing The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe right now. And I didn't read last night just because yesterday was, like I said, it was a weird day. We were watching the weather. I just didn't read. So I thought I'll read like maybe a chapter or two now, and then maybe still read another chapter tonight. We'll see. But while their mouths are busy, I'm gonna go read this. We're getting towards the end of it, and they're excited because then we get to watch the movie from it. So we're gonna go read our Narnia. You dancing? Liam's dancing. Show us your dance. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, Natalie's dancing too. She's doing the disco.
Dance party.
Can you see yourself?
Yes, I can see myself. Hello, me.
Oh, Aria's dancing too. Alright, so we missed story time, but we're still going to take the books back to the library. So we're going to swing by and put those in the drop box. And then we're going to head to a park down the road from the library and get some playtime in. And then we're going to stop and get some Sonic drinks at happy hour and head home. We finished up our school, almost all of it. Melissa, because she napped, she still has some of it to do. And my mom had stopped by for a visit, so that kind of postponed Melissa a little bit more because she wanted to see Gimme, which is my mom. And our chicken and broth is cooking away in the crock pot. You guys, it's not my day. Okay, so we're at the park and it gets really, really crowded because it's summer now for most schools. Most schools have went out, so that's fine. Woo, we're still playing and having fun. And Ari's having so much fun just running fast as she can. She looks down at her feet. I don't know why, but she looks down at her feet, looks right back up, but not in enough time, and she directly hits the side of this huge slide straight on, like straight on her face. Like, she's okay. You can tell like it hit, but it wasn't too bad. But anyway, so she is screaming, and understandably, I mean, that has to hurt. So I'm holding her and she's crying, and we're all trying to kind of get in the car because I'm like, let's out ski. So we have the dog and Natalie has a guitar, and we're getting in the car, and Aria is not happy. She's one of those, if it hurts, she doesn't cry, but if it hurts good enough, she screams. So it's either like silent or very loud. So everyone's kind of staring, and we're trying to get buckled, and we get her calmed down, you know, hug, kiss, it gets all better. And I tell her, you know, hey, I will get you a cherry Coke, because that's what she was asking for. So we pull into Sonic, and I'm pulled in, and normal, you know, I've been driving a long time now. I've been going to Sonic a long time now. I've been pulling into those stalls a long time now. It is windy out there. Let's close the door. I'm in the van for a reason. So we got home. All the kids are inside. So I pull into Sonic and I order our drinks. They messed up the drink order. That's fine. Whatever. It happens. They ended up bringing me the right thing. And I'm really wishing... I got a big ol' zit. I'm really wishing we would have went to the drive-thru. Okay. Because when I go to back up, the Sonic sign on the passenger side, and I pulled in fine, like I was close to the sign on my side, but when I go to back up, the sign on my passenger side pushes my mirror backwards. And so I'm like, that's fine. I roll the window down. I'm like, hey, Alyssa, pull that back towards you. And she did. So I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, it is really close, but you know, it's Sonic. You pull in, you pull out. So I go to pull out again, and I hear like, and I'm like, what is that? And Melissa is like, it's hitting the van. I'm like, the sign is, oh my gosh. So I'm, you know, trying to pull in and turn as hard as I can and back up, and it's still hitting the van, and so I just stop. I'm like, I do not want to tear up my van. So I start texting my husband, because he gets off in 30 minutes, and I'm like, I'm just gonna text him, and we will sit here if we have to for 30 minutes until he can get, even though it's on like the opposite side of town from where we are. I'm like, we'll just sit. So I'm texting him, and as I'm texting him, I didn't call him because he works in a factory and it's really loud and all that stuff, so I thought I'll just text him. Anywho, so as I'm texting him, some nice older gentleman comes and helps me. So he comes and he's trying to pull back on the Sonic sign, thinking he can like pull it and I can back up while he's pulling it, but there's no really give to it. So he's trying that, and then he's just looking, and so he helps me. He's like, you know, it's already dented and scratched. You turn your wheels as sharp as you can this way and just slow does it. He's like, it's gonna sound bad, you're just gonna have to do it. until you get past this point. So that is what I did. And I mean, don't have a lot of vanity about things, but it's my vehicle, and now it's all scratched up just because we wanted to get a cherry Coke. I'll show you what it looks like. It's really windy outside, so it's gonna be probably loud for you guys, but look at this. So this is not too terribly bad, but it is a pretty good gash, but all the way, and like, it's pretty bad. This is from the yellow paint at the Sonic sign. I didn't hurt their sign. I mean, I left some silver paint on it, but yeah, that's a pretty good, because I went to Sonic. I mean, that's just a silly, sad story. Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the vlog right here. Sorry, I don't know if it's gonna be short or not, but I feel like I'm cutting it short. My husband's gotten home, we've eaten dinner, we're all just kind of relaxing now. We're all still kind of tired from staying up late, waking up early, and having the little dramas we've had. And now we're gonna go. Violet's already packing up here. We have to leave early in the morning to take my mom to a doctor's appointment. She has a brain tumor. She has Cushing's. I don't know if you know what that is, but it is caused from a brain tumor on your pituitary gland. And she just has a bunch of tests that she has to do in the morning to get her ready. Yes, I see that. For her surgery, and it'll either be late July, early August. So anyway, we have to wake up early, drive about an hour to a different town to take her to the doctor. So I'm gonna go and get all of these kiddos some snacks packed and some toys packed while we're waiting and while we're in the car, and everyone needs baths and all that stuff. So I'm gonna end the vlog here so I can go get busy doing that. But thanks for going along with us today, right?
Yep.
Can't see you, can we, Violet? There's Violet. You packing that?
This is the thing for like how much time we have to the doctor.
Okay. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.